What's going on, guys? How's it going? Well, we're getting this laptop, so the motherboard, the graphics card failed, so it boots up and everything, but you can't see on the display. Sorry, replacing the motherboard. But I had to order take it apart so I can order it. The correct one was hold it to the HDR to the back. So yeah, today's my 16th anniversary, I guess you want to call it. But just telling a story. A lot of people are like, oh, yo, you still stuck? Nah, I'm telling a story, man. Not stuck. But you can say that, they hurt my feelings. So, hey, I know how you guys are going. I don't know if the servers are lagging, but corners, nobody's here, but you know, it comes and goes, it fluctuates. But yeah, computer questions, they got you. Life, relationships, all that great jazz. Because we all deserve to be happy, but there's reason behind a situation where we're not happy. You know, all stress with us, you know? So, yeah. How's it going, guys? How's your afternoon going so far? And ready for the weekend? Any kinds of ideas for you guys? Me-wise, I gotta leave Seattle shortly. Actually, I think that's shortly tomorrow morning. But, so yeah. How's everyone doing? How's your health? How's life? Did I tell you any computer questions, guys? I got you. Right now I tell you we're getting this laptop, so gotta order the motherboard because the graphics card failed. But there's your hard drive. If you want to make any computer fast, add SSD. Be a lot faster if you understand. Hey Fred, how's it going? Hey Christian, how's it going, boss? How's the family? How's life? Your RAM. This is old school DDR2, I believe. Yeah, DDR2. So computer talk, DDR2 on a laptop. 4 GB of RAM will get you by. You can go up to 8 GB of RAM, but it's not actually worth it because optical drive, this drive. Because to buy a 4 GB stick, I doubt you can find me use it, but new wise, eBay is like, shoot, like 45, 50 bucks. That ain't worth it at all. Hey Stephanie, how you doing? How you been, miss? How's it going? How's life? But you can still use it for like basically everything to use. Put SSD, 4 GB of RAM, you're rolling. You don't get by, you know? So. But DDR3 for sure is definitely a lot better because it's more modern. DDR4 is up to date, but computer talk, you don't need all that. As long as you have a good technician to take care of you. And that's why pretty soon I'll do more TikToks about how to work your computer. Because all you need is a hard drive, your RAM, and then an operating system. Windows, Microsoft, Apple, iOS. So I'll be doing that pretty soon because the reason being is I tell people, like, I didn't go to school for this computer stuff. I can teach anybody. So the idea is to teach everybody and whoever buys me as far as TikTok and all. But I also put them on other platforms. But if I pass away tomorrow, all this knowledge of computers goes away with me. So why not share it to the world? And you can be your own tech. I can be your teacher. It's really easy to do. So I promise you, the only time it gets hard is this, a laptop. We got to take it apart because you got to try to break it down correctly and then remember where all the screws go. But for the most part, they're average, the same screws. So I usually have like a little organizer, Dollar Tree, top it in here, organize a bit section-wise, and then yeah. But that's the idea. Like I used to do computer talk most definitely, guide the whole world. So, and I can teach anybody once again. If you have a computer question, Microsoft, Apple, you can use a remote software called TeamViewer, and basically I can jump into your computer from my computer, any part of the world as long as there's Wi-Fi, and I can double check your computer. Tell you what you need to do to make it faster, modern, and I can even guide you how to install everything for the most part. So, got you. Yeah. Ooh. But Steven, how you been? How's life? Any plans ideas for the weekend, my asking? Been a minute. And today's my if you want to call it an anniversary system, that anniversary system actually now, you know, I died last year like great jazz. So I have all my ink. I was supposed to get my ink therapy on Tuesday, but I gotta leave to Oklahoma on Sunday, road trip for my pops, do a little business trip. Gotta do me a favor, so I have to wait till, I believe, November to get my ink, more ink done, the ink therapy wise. So, what you call it, the idea potentially next year by midsummer, I should be done on my ink therapy, because all this is like the answer to life relationship I've suffered. So, it's, yeah, I'm basically calling the whole world out. So, not in a bad way, in a good way, like, you know, I'm just trying to elaborate with you and help you out to figure out, you know, why you suffered through breakups and stuff in life in general. So that's the idea. Try to simplify the issue as far as life, you know. Hey Calvin, how you doing? How's it going? Because everyone in this world deserves to be happy in life, blessed in life. 1,000. Took me 39 years of my life to say what I'm saying. 1,000, and not to say 1,000 because that's my analogy. 100, that's old school, man. How many times you hear keep it 100 and they do you dirty? Plenty of times, right? So be family, friends, co-workers, classmates, all that great jazz. And the worst ones, your partners. Keep it 100. I won't do you wrong. Oh yeah. That's the worst one, man. So, but like I tell you, that's why I'll be done with Mink next year. No rush, no rush. So, I'm personally like when I'm at the farmers market tomorrow. I'll be in Issaquah. I do say Seattle because I don't know where y'all from, but a lot of people are not from this side. So as far as Washington State, so I'm at the market. They would look at me because like, what's up with the phone? I was like, oh, a little story. 2020 relationships kryptonite is what? Phone, social media, third party. It falls to what? The J-Dog entanglement. So all you people doing your sneaky link on this phone in a relationship. If you worry about this phone, your relationship's over. End of story. You gotta be real with yourself. You gotta be real with yourself. A lot of people lie to themselves like, nah, I'm good. Like, nah, you're far from good. And no one deserves to question their partnership, right? But if you go with your intuition, because your intuition is telling you exactly what's going on, then that's what's happening. You know, real shit will talk. Oh, what up, Jay Money? How you doing, boss? How you doing, brother? How's it going? Welcome to the live, man. But like I tell you, you know, you just gotta be real with yourself, man. Because you don't want to keep going relationship after relationship. Just go. I call it body hopping because you're bored. Remember, in this world, in the whole universe, nobody can fix himself with a body by his side. You can try to. A lot of people get offended when I say that. Like, I tell me, yo, you don't have to vibe me. Call me stupid, ignorant, whatever. I've heard it all. I don't hurt my feelings. I keep saying what I'm saying to my last dying breath. I know what I know, and I tell people, you know, you think you know about me, you can say whatever, but here's a little lesson in life. Think is not knowing. You gotta know what you know, what you're talking about. And that's why if you talk to other people in life, you just vibing. If you have my conversation, you just vibing. Share each other's knowledge. That's what I believe in. Like, I say people like, that's like, you know, once again, I'm the whole world's trigger warning. That's what I call, all imps and narcs. You got square up at this, we love, like, you know, love full heart. Circle, for the narcissist, like bucket heart. Analogy I was talking in Seattle in 2000 that I should have took into consideration wise, but I didn't because in the Hispanic, you know, in the Spanish culture, Hispanic, Latinos, Spaniards, and then all other cultures, you know, who teaches about empathy as narcissists. TikTok is the #1 platform for this situation. That's why I love TikTok, because I can elaborate with you a lot more. A lot of people going through it can understand where I'm coming from. So that's the beauty of TikTok. So that's why I'm out here. But yeah, day by day, basically, definitely is the main thing in life. I tell people, you know, like, you gotta get it, man. We all deserve to be happy, but there's reason behind why we're not happy in life. It all starts with us. It all starts with us, man. So it's guidance. You'll get it. I promise you that. Yeah, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the live. You're jumping on. I'm going to this laptop. So I work on computer questions. They got you, and then on top of that, I'll be doing it's about life, relationship, anything, whatever you want to do in the comments. Like, well, let's vibe, let's talk. I'm a socialist. Talking's easy. All day, every day. If I could talk, I'd be a zillionaire. I promise you that. So yeah. Any plans already for the weekend, guys? My mask, if you're on here, who's ever on here. So this is an old school Acer, so it has like you have the Bluetooth, the lights, the volume right here, the ribbon. So yeah, this is definitely old school. But it's cool because all the laptop you still work on them, it just needs a little more love than normal. That's all it is. Yeah. Here's your keyboard. And this thing you have to be careful with these buttons because they're really sensitive. The keyboard buttons, especially the old ones, they tend to want to pop out, so you have to be very cautious when you work on these things. It's pretty annoying, honestly. Because the way they built it back in the day, they built them differently. Why most definitely not now. But yeah, I tell you, because time goes hella fast in life. But when you're a traditional last stamp, you worry about a lot of time, death. If you once you become old, you don't worry about time. Time is irrelevant, very irrelevant. You just vibe and enjoy life every day. It's beautiful. I tell people no bragging rights and all, but everyone deserves to be happy in life without you, right? So with guidance, you can do it. I promise you that. Let's see. And this is old school laptop, so I'll probably take the screen off right here, wise. But yeah. Hey, let's keep it as it's going. Let me see. Yeah, the screen's gonna fall out. But it'll probably be a little while. I'll probably go on later on tonight more, but and also my potential might go live on Facebook Live, which I haven't done for a minute, for a long minute actually. With one of my Facebook buddies. Eventually we'll see each other. She's from Seattle. I don't know. She's in the West Side, Western Washington. I live in Eastern Washington. So yeah, I'll eventually go visit her most definitely. That's something about social media. You can meet some wrong real people, man. So she was, I met her here through Facebook last year when I was going through it. And that's what I was telling you, I already figured it out. So I'm gonna just vibe it up, talk it up, and talk about life, relationship, suffering, and all about the individual in this world. Because we all deserve to be happy, That's the idea in life, quote unquote. But I usually come in the evenings, nights. So I plus remember I'm a little guy, no one big. So a lot of people ask me, why aren't you big around here? Not the very simple answer to that. I don't sit on Narc Talk. No disrespect when I said to people that do that, that's their issue, definitely. No disrespect to them at all. I got a lot of buddies that do Narc Talk. I do more M Talk. But I will elaborate about narcs. They're pretty easy. They're all robotic. Can't be fixed. I like really jazz. And the thing is, like, if you sit on Narc Talk too much, then as an individual, that's if you tell a story, and that's it, most definitely. But if you're sitting there marrying on it, you're just not progressing in life. You're just sitting on that. Which a narcissist, they know the deal. They ain't stupid. They're like, while they're worried about us, they need to worry about their own people as the amps, because traditional lost amps. Everyone has narcissist traits in this world of not knowing. So traditional lost amps do the exact same thing. We can, love bomb, gaslight, pull the Jada August entanglement. I take the phone, switch me at their party. Jada August entanglement. There's aka cheating, and then be verbally abusive, and then physically abusive. All narcissists treat, but you're not a narcissist. That's the thing. That's why you question yourself, like, am I a narcissist? You're not. If you're not, not a mean person. How you doing, Martin? How's it going? If you're not mean person, not a mean person, but why are you doing wrong things? Do you do it because you're bored? Why do you react? You pop up somebody, it's called reactive abuse, but why? Who triggered you? Remember, in life, anytime you get mad, real shit, real talk, it's a trigger. What caused it? Look at what Shannon's. Was it? And you gotta think about to yourself, like, yo, before this person, this individual, this scenario, I was doing good. Then all of a sudden, whatever happened, I popped off. And after you ask your question, talk to yourself, yo, why did that trigger me? Past, and typically for the most part, it's past pain, toxic love, trauma, and the cherry top. Child trauma 1,000. But a lot of people don't want to deal with themselves, so it's easier to have excuses in life and point the finger at everybody and the mother but themselves. Because in reality, for the most part, a lot of the issues we have is ourselves. But since we're lie to ourselves and say, "Nah, I'm good," that's what I call you put you're rocking the mask of smiles. You can rock it all day. I did it for 30 years of my life. In my mansion that I worked on, there rapper and after artist. If you ever go by that song, it's called Mansion. It's a beautiful analogy because if you think about it in your head, right? Because in this world, who knows you better than you? Oh, what up, Savage? How you doing? It's gonna miss. Welcome to the live. How's your weekend starting? But in this world, who knows you better than you? You yourself. If you got religion, God, the devil. So this is you three. That's it. Nobody else. Not your parents, not your partner, not anybody, not your kids. They know you, but they don't know your 1,000 because I don't know what you're thinking. See what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking to you right now, you don't know what I'm thinking about in my head. And vice versa. So that's why you gotta be real with yourself as an individual. Like, yo, what's wrong with me? Like, why do I keep doing this? If you keep doing the same thing over and over with the individual or any type of situation, it's a negative thing. That's called it's called a habit. You know what I mean? Hey, what up, miss? Happy Friday. Oh yeah, no, most definitely. We're getting this laptop real fast. I gotta tear it down so I can remove the motherboard and then get the part number off so I can order the motherboard. So computer questions, I got you. Microsoft Apple, that's my ish. That's my well, I still love doing it. Don't get me wrong, but once again I'm gonna start doing TikToks about it so I can teach the world how to work on their own computers, basically. Without going to a shop, because a shop be charging arm and leg for something so simple. That's why here locally a lot of shops don't like me because I do tutorials, all this great jazz, and keep humble with everybody. But still my passion, don't get me wrong, it's still my passion. I still do computers and all that good stuff, but you'll see me a lot more on TikTok when the market's in. But the deal last year before I went through my breakup was to be like, thank you. That deal, honestly, was like we all have dreams, right? Dreams or ideas. But so my idea, which I was achieving, the idea where I'm from, Eastern Washington, Yakima Valley, the 509. The idea was to be like the computer guy, the person to go to, in which I was achieving. Most definitely was achieving. But I went through a bad breakup. My ex, which I believe she was a narc, but she was not. She was actually her damn. The categories I created, and I lost it. Like, obviously with the breakup, shit hurts, right? No one deserves it, obviously not. But everything happens for a reason. As I say, quote unquote, and it's very, very true. But I can tell you this, now that I know what I know, a lot of this shit in life, especially relationships, well, in life in general, it could have been prevented if we was forewarned. And that's a big if, because a lot of people aren't forewarned in this world at all. Because why? We're brainwashed that life's hard. Deal with it. People come and go. Which I dislike all the traditional sayings, man. Like, honestly speaking wise, I don't believe in tradition more. If it's positive tradition, yes. But all tradition is YOLO, likes to bitch, all that. No. We say that because why? It's a traditional saying, man. Traditional saying. And actually, life's not a bitch. And YOLO, YOLO, man. You actually live every day. You only die once. YOLO, right? So, that's what me personally like. I tell people, on this platform, it's the best platform in the world to vibe about whatever you're trying to teach, vibe, etc. Like me, life, relationship, I've suffered, mink, etc. What you gonna call it? I can vibe which way with you guys. It's the best thing. That's why I love being on here. That's why I do a lot of TikToks. Quite a bit of TikToks actually. Because, you know, I'm just trying to help and guide, you know, our family. So here's real fast. Here's the motherboard. So I just gotta order the motherboard for this individual, this customer wise. Because once again, on this motherboard, the graphics card died. So it'll boot up, but you can't see nothing on the screen itself. So I'm ordering the motherboard to get it in here, and then swap it out. And once again, computer question, they got you every which way 1,000. Then being Microsoft, Apple. Phones, I do so much of it. I'm more of the software tech, as you can see on that one. I help you, like, if you have an Apple, I help you put, you know, music on there, movies, all stuff. It's all about the proper coding for Apple, or the format, as they say, quote unquote. Which is very easy. You use a software called Copy Control, and you just transfer stuff off your computer onto there. Pretty awesome. Don't worry about buying the movies, music from iTunes at all. And then Microsoft is Droid. Basically, it's freelance, and you can do whatever you want, most definitely. But yeah. So I tell you, all I was saying. So anyways, I was the idea was to be the computer guy last year to the fullest. And I've been doing computers for like 7 years, I believe. I want to say 7 years. Yeah, 7 years overall, roughly. Yeah, 7 years. And with that said, I was being the plug where I'm from. You know, the idea was to be a computer guy. I got my business license, and you know, things would kind of fall into place. You know, Max and I, you know, 7 years of toxicity was definitely now understand why. I figured it out. But when, you know, she got up and left, she did her thing. You know, once again, when I talk, I'm just telling a story. A lot of people go on here, you know, you start bitterness, hatred to your ex and exes, etc. Then you will say, you know, which to each own. Everyone has their own analogy. Everybody has their own, you know, wording, etc. The way you speak, that's on you, not on I, right? So with that said, I'm not a survivor. I'm not a victim. I can tell you stories. I can tell you many stories. But that's like, you know, I'm just telling a story. That's all I'm doing, telling a story. My ex, you know, sometimes she's bringing it up. She's doing better. She's doing a hell of better. I give her mad love and respect for that. She's doing a lot better. But with that said, you know, just I tell y'all, I know you take it as like I'm still a lot over you. Like, no, I've been over you. You know, I have to have her name. You know, her name. 8 days that are going. 8 days. My 10 amps, my light workers. Thanks to them, not competition, but I can help you guide you which way. But I tell you, I'm just telling a story, man. No one deserves to be in a toxic relationship. No one deserves to, you know, for example, all you mothers out there, right, and fathers, and you keep having kids with the wrong individuals. Why? That's the question, right? Why do you keep having kids with the wrong individuals in this world? And when kids are involved in relationships, relationship talk, and the relationship talk, which a lot of relationships are toxic, the true victims are the kiddos. It sucks that, yes, as a mother, father, you got your, you know, beat up, etc., stabbed. All that negative shit, yeah, most definitely, but there's a reason behind the situation. Because all in the world, you have M's and Narcs. That's all you have. White and black, a lot of people don't like the way I speak. It doesn't hurt my feelings. You can keep pushing, etc., most definitely. But remember, our kiddos are the true victims in a toxic relationship. And especially when you're, for example, the mothers, you have like 1 baby father, 2 baby father. Let's say you have 5 baby fathers. Like, yo, is the problem you? Potentially a little bit, but not a lot of it. Because if you don't know what an empathetic narcissist is in this world, how are you supposed to know what an individual is? You know? How are you supposed to know that? And if no one's giving you guidance in life of it, like a lot of us don't. But luckily on TikTok, you know, we vibing, etc. All that good stuff, right? Talking about it. Me personally, I love to talk about it. A lot of people, they're still going through their emotion, the healing and awakening process. They can talk about their relationship, but potentially they might get emotional, or they might get, you know, they might choke up, or potentially, you know, let's say you're in your life, you're talking, you're vibing, or you're doing, you know, and if someone, a troll jumps on, you know, trolls, bullies, jump on, start giving you grief, right? And what happens to you? You'll choke up. Hey Burger, how's it going? You'll choke up when you talk, you know, in your life. You know, they'll say something negative to you. You get in your feelings. I tell people, yo, when you go through your healing process, awakening process, that you have to become woke. Words are just petty words, and that's it. Don't let them touch your mind, body, heart, and soul, self-love 1,000. That's why if you do that, if you allow it to happen, what happens to you? You get in your feelings. You jump off your life. You know, people, it's like, yo, when this real people are cruel, but there's a reason why they're cruel, because all you have is M's and Narcs, man. Real shit will talk. And that's you just gotta worry about your peoples. That's why I tell people, what I'll do, take that response to a cat on here, because that's why I tell people I love when people do the comments, you know. Hey Leandra, how you doing? How's it going? I love when either a follower or just not notice when I say a random post a comment on my TikToks. Like I love to do video responses, and then because I speak differently ways. I don't sit on the Narc Talk 1,000. I say more M Talk, and then the whole world how it functions. But I just try to help hold your hand, guide you to worry about your environment, your home, because that's how you control is your home, correct? And a lot of people worry about race, religion, politics, right? The whole COVID. It sucks with that, like the COVID. I call it zombie apocalypse. Hey, boom, boom. Hey Teresa, how you doing, miss? How's it going? So with that said, you just need to worry about your environment because you can control your environment. That's it. Your home, whatever your home is, that's what you need to worry about because that's my belief is that's your idea you need to work on because if you have a broken home, then what? You come home, like for example, you go in this, you go to work, you're happy, you're vibing, etc., all the good shit. That's awesome. The downside in the day when you gotta come home, you gotta deal with the toxic partner. You both bump heads. Let's say you want one for sure. You can't have two narcs in the same house that kill each other. So amp narc or two hurt amps, two broken people together. Then you gotta deal with them, right? Like me, I don't miss none of that shit at all, at all. Like I'll hold your hand, guys. I can tell you stories all day, but once again, I already figured out why this happened, etc. And no one deserves it. No one deserves it all. But once again, the reason behind it, because all you have is amps and narcs. Remember this. The traditional saying, definition, you're a lover, healer, overthinker, right? My definition is you're a lover, healer, all traditional, all hurt and lost amps and past impetus. Our lovers, healers, and overthinkers, what you all worry about. Love, time, death. Out of the 5 W's, who, what, where, why, whom, what's your favorite question with the cherry on top? Why? Why they cheat on me? Why they mistreat me? Why they use me for money? Why does everything go bad for me? Like, why can't I do shit straight? Like, what's going on? Why is the world against me? Why is the universe against me? See? Everything is wise, wise, wise. And then here's what's the flaw of a traditional lost amp? Majority of y'all you guys do your choice of what? Heart feelings. Instead of your mind, head, common sense. Because that's the reason why they're always clashing. Your heart, because we're brainwashed, stuck in a generation cycle that we should give everybody a chance in this world. Even if they do what's wrong, we give them a chance. 1 chance, 5 chances, 100 chances, 1,000 chances. You're still giving these people chances. Why? Because we're brainwashed. Pray for them. God, pray to God to change their ways, and they'll eventually wake up. But just don't be mean to them. Give them another chance. They owe me $1,000, and it's been like a year or two, and I give them then about $100 again. Why? They're not my people. No, you don't do that. That's our flaw. That's why it's spiritual last time. That's our flaw. Why do you think everyone does you dirty? Because they take advantage of you. Because you're the nice guy, the nice girl. How much that term, how much gets thrown left to right, right? And when you watch these TikToks, you on lives, you be like, damn, because that was you or that is you, etc. Still me. I'm the nice guy to a certain extent, but I just vibe with it. I'm at your energy. So if you're doing good, I'm doing good, and that's it. Hey, honey, how's it going? And that's it. I'm not doing nothing more than less. So if you keep it humble, I'll keep it humble. I'll match your energy. You play me for dummy, I'll play you for dummy. And that's what I teach my kids. Like, I don't believe that type of being physical with anybody over words. Real shit will talk. Why does the world get in any physical fight with anybody in this world? Words. If you let words touch mind, body, heart, and soul, love 1,000, that's why you're in a physical altercation. Because why? Petty ass words. And that's why I tell my kid, I was like, yo, match people's energy. Like my kids are in school, right? So they'll be like, oh, they haven't happened yet, but I tell them when they fight each other, siblings, right? And I'll be like, why you fighting? Well, he called me a dummy. But okay, so why don't you call him a dummy? Match his energy. And if he doesn't like it, just tell me, if you don't call me a dummy, I won't call you a dummy. We're on the same page. And that's what I tell my kid, man, like, yo, you don't have to fight. That's your natural reaction, but stop doing that. That's totally wrong. But, because I tell them, right now, you're young, you're kids, as you get older, shit, like 19, 11 years old, and you get a physical fight, pretend you go to juvie. You get 14, 15 years old, now you go with the big boys, you're going to jail. Potential prison, if you do some, and why do you need to do it to that point? Over words? Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. They're just petty words. And that's like, you got to talk to, like, I tell my teenagers and all my teenagers, young cats that I talk to, like, when y'all bumping heads, ask them why. Don't be shy, but it's, why do y'all, in the young generation, why do y'all socialize in stupid ass phone? We can't verbalize. That's your problem. If someone's got tension with you, instead of gossiping, the C through Z party and starting drama, why don't you go to the source, which is them? In a relationship, friendship, I don't give a shit, co-workers, all you have is A and B. If y'all bumping heads, it's only you, A and B. If it's a group, it's the same shit, A and B. But now you have a group of people, not everyone's gonna gossip. Why y'all bumping heads? A simple question, yo. Like, if anyone comes at me, what I do to you? Like, I don't even know. I know of you, but I don't know you. So what did I do to you to bother you? Can you please elaborate? Because maybe I might have said something wrong, might have done something wrong. I might have said not knowing. I'm just doing my life, living life, and that's it. And now you and your feelings, so I just need to know what did I do to you, and then we can elaborate more and potentially come with a conclusion. Figure it out. If I did something incorrectly, then okay, I'm sorry. I didn't. For example, just scenario. Let's say, I don't know. I'm a computer techie, right? Let's say, for example, I'm at an arcade place, whatever, a joint, and then there's like a bunch of like I don't know, like say Tekken games, right? Tekken arcades, and there's like 3 of them. But let's say the middle one, he or she he likes to play a lot. Every time I go there, I was there. I'm always there, and I was taking. They get in the feelings because they want to play then. I'll be like, yo, cool. You can take it just to give to me, but at the same time, you can wait or you can ask me. Don't just roll up and mad dog me, yo, and then just walk off. Why? It's a simple conversation. That's all it is, But that's that type of people. You gotta elaborate, man. And you can get along better in the life if you get along with people best as. But remember, you have to learn how to read people. Me personally, give me 5-10 minutes. Any type of conversation right here through messages, DM, etc. You comment my comments, etc. I can judge you already. Simple as that. You're a square circle, square empathist, circle narcissist. That's how you are a narcissist. Y'all bitter. But I'll elaborate with you. I'll let you know what's going on with you and what you are as an individual, and that's it, nothing more, nothing less. But you can't be fixed. I didn't make the rules. I just figured it out. So that's why, as an empath, choose your last steps. You can change your ways when you're ready to with guidance. I promise you can. And that's the people that understand that. They're just living life, right? You live in life, which is cool. Live life, most definitely. Nothing's wrong with that. But if you live in life in fear, you live in life mad, angry, bitter, and you bottle the shit in, then what? What happens then? See what I'm saying? But yeah, anyway, sorry. My dog's going off thinking someone's coming here for UPS. Once again, keep it a question. I got you guys. That's my ish. And then, which I'll do more TikToks about that pretty soon. Because once again, like, I'm going to just pass on my knowledge that I know. And this is the best platform to talk to about it. And with that said, also, if you get on my bio, you see the IG icon. You can put, click on the IG icon, you'll see my IG, Instagram channel, and also my YouTube channel. Squares and circles, squares, circles. So that's why I do my TikTok lives. As long as it saves it on the server, I'll upload them to my YouTube channel. And that's why, I'm just a little guy. Like, I'm not here for fame, clout. And a lot of people forget about that. Like, they forget that, it's cool to be famous, yes, but you stressing just going for to go viral and shit, right? Nowadays, that's the term, to go on social media and become viral, which is cool and almost definitely, but that's it. You go viral most definitely, which is cool. But the idea is to don't get discouraged. Real shit, what's up? Sorry guys. Don't get discouraged because this is your TikTok. You know what I mean? Or whatever platform you're on, don't worry about getting viral, man. Like, if you're trying to achieve, like, whatever you're trying to say, cool. If you're just doing it for the fame and clout, do that most definitely. But for example, if you're trying to teach somebody about life, what's up, Doug? How you doing? Let's see. Pardon me. Let me see. Damn, I can't see. What up, bro? What's up, bro? How you doing, dog? Welcome to the live. I'll be here for like another hour potentially, and then I gotta get a better ball. But anyways, like, don't fool. Like, I talk to a lot of people out here like, oh, I don't have enough likes and not enough views. I'm like, yo, it's your TikTok, your IG, your Facebook, whatever you're trying to achieve. Keep saying what you're saying. Neve? Don't me wrong, in the beginning I was like that because I was, that'd be cool. I'm gonna go TikTok. I'll make it, And that's why a lot of people ask me like, yo, why aren't you famous out here? I'll let you just say, I'll just say, why aren't you famous? I go, very simple answer. I don't sit on our talk. No respect when I say that. A lot of people like the narcissist. Imagine you see it on your side, on your FYP, the narcissist. Like, it's cool. I'll talk to you about the narcissist, but I don't just sit on them. I sit on us too. We do the same shit narcissists. I can love bomb you. I can gaslight you. Sell you that fake Romeo and Juliet love story. Pull the J-Dog's entanglement, aka cheating. Verbally abusive. Physically abusive. All narcissist trait. But guess what, kids? You're not a narcissist. You're a traditional lost them of narcissist traits. That's what you are. And now you gotta figure out why you are like the way you are and why you keep hurting people. You keep going to relationship after relationship, body like which I call it body hopping. Then you cannot affect yourself with the body by your side. You can try. Yo, dated many years, man. You can try. But you're gonna fall on your face. And how many times do you wanna fall on your face? How many times do you wanna die? How many times do you wanna go through your emotions? That's the question. If you wanna go many times, yo, go for it. Do it. Your ish, not my ish. That's how I tell my ex, like, yo, Oxymon, I love you for leaving me. Very fucking blessed. And talk to this day, because she's doing better, etc. Because she's understanding. Like, that's why do you think we do co-parenting so good? Because I already figured why we failed and why the world failed, every which way. And that's why I tell you, like, if you leave me, that's why it's 7 years of toxicity. But why? Every relationship we're talking, if you think about it, for the most part, if you meet each other on the phone, right, or you're doing small talk in face to face type of shit, you're building. Yeah, that butterfly bullshit, that shit is actually your body telling you, oh, this ain't feeling right. That corny estrogen is saying, fuck the butterflies, man. You feel that shit in your gut, yo, run. You're not ready for it. I'm real shit with talk, and the reason why I say that, because think about it really good. When you met this individual, did you guys know each other 1,000? Or you guys knew each other like 100, 200, 300? You know what I mean? And on top of that, you're going off what? Hey, look, Lisa, how you doing, miss? How's it going? And in reality, if you think about it really good, it's all about TLC. You're just going off lust, not love. Majority relationships, they start with lust, and then from there, it'll go to potentially love, and then when it falls apart, it goes to what? Toxic love, and then it's over. Now that's when, like I told my ex, we told the same shit to each other towards the end. We don't love each other, we have love for each other because they're kids. That's it, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, that it's been over. You're just doing it for the kids. You're doing it because you've been together for so long. The kids are involved. Tradition, the family's saying what it's saying. We were about what the family's gonna say, all that good shit. Like, why? Why, man? Don't do that. You don't yourself. The idea is not to sell yourself short in your life, man. But a lot of us do. But it's okay, because why? Once again, if you have no guidance in life, how are you supposed to know anything I just told you? Empathy narcissist. You know what that is? If you're watching my TikTok, you're watching my YouTube, whatever platform I put this on. If you don't know what that is, those two small big words is the whole reason why the world suffered. That's why we're stuck in a generation stuck in not knowing. That's why if your parents didn't teach you about empathy narcissism, whomever raised you, are flawed. Schools didn't teach you empathy narcs are flawed. Now you're talking, we vibing right here, right? Now, I'll do a crash course today. Give me an hour of your time. I promise you this. I'll blow your mind. I'll help you control your overthinking. Remember. Traditional last names, whatever, lovers, healers, and overthinkers, right? So with that said, we're here to do a heal, guide, support, uplift, forewarn, and show love to each other when we sit another them down. Narcissists can't change. You can try to. A lot of people out here that are traditional last stems, when I drop that term, saying like, yo, no narcissist can ever change, highly impossible. Not even God can fix him. You know why? This devil's disciple. The devil cannot step in God's house, quote unquote, but guess who can? Devil disciples. But with that said, all you traditional last names, you call me crazy, you're mean, you're not an empath, you're not empathist. It don't hurt my feelings. God and I chill eating our popcorn. Yo, you go save them. Been there, done that, go save them. And when that narcissist takes you, sells the biggest fake Romeo and Juliet love story because they're the best Oscar-nominated actors in the world, and they consume you, take all your positive traits and mirror you and discard you, peace, gotta go. To the next supply to be, the next M to be. You die while you sit on your hands and your knees. You're on your hands and knees. God and I walk up to you. Especially if I forewarned you. Watch my TikTok. My side, what am I doing? Communication comprehension. Your side, what you doing? Communicating. You can be talking shit, whatever in your head, or physical, verbally, same shit. Physical, mentally, I'm sorry. Same thing. It don't hurt my feelings. But you heard it from me, so it's in your head. But you can put it back in your head if you want to. When you're ready to acknowledge what I just told you, then you know what's up. Especially once again, if I spoke to you and I forewarned you, yo, that person, that circle, man, the narcissist, that person to destroy you. And it happens, like, yo, I won't be mean to you. I'm not trying to be a dick to you. And I'll be like, yo, I forewarned you, man, right? While you're on your hands and knees crying. God and I walk up to you, eating popcorn, like, yo, what happened? Did you save him? You feel them? You fix them? You heal them? Nah, you didn't, huh? They tore you apart, right? They broke you down to everything. Now you feel like nothing, correct? But it's cool. Yo, give me your hand. I got you. God, I got you which way. This is my job. I'm a light worker, but I'm woke. I'm not just a regular light worker that's going through the healing and awakening process, which is a lot of us. But I'm woke. I'll guide you in every which way. I say this easily with no emotion behind it, because I figured it out. Now, if I was still traditional or lost them, and still going through my healing and awakening process, I would shed my tears. I would get emotional. Why do you think you have like what's that cat? I believe his name is Peter Peterson. I believe. Cool inspirational cat. I believe he's a psychologist. All the great jazz, which is cool. Like me, I do talk, and it's just everyone's giving me shit like, oh, it's just white and black. Yeah, it's white and black. You gotta hurt my feelings. And then the great part, once again, it's a lost empath. The category I created. On here, they'll be like, it's called a dark empath. That's your mafioso, gangbangers. You're racist. So with that tip, on that racist part, we watch the flick called American History X. See who's the good guy, who's the bad guy turned good. Amps, narcs, I lost the empath that changed and pushed the narcissist traits away. And we went through a healing process, awakening process, and became woke. A lot of us, no matter what age, especially younger, you'll be more blessed to be feeling what I'm feeling. You're ahead of the game. But typically, a lot of us are older. And that's why you see a lot of older cats teaching young generation. This is, forewarning you. You don't have to vibe with nobody, but that's your choice, most definitely. You don't have to vibe with nobody. I tell you, I'll give you my advice, and that's it. Call me crazy, doesn't hurt my feelings. I go on my day. I live day by day, every day. As long as I wake up above ground, that's all I can do. Do another positive day. Help some team squares all day, every day. Team make my TikToks. Keep pushing it. And nothing that, as long as you don't know, puts one into my head, takes me oxygen, I'm going to keep saying what I'm saying to my last dying breath. With followers, no followers. Views, no views. Eventually someone can see my stuff and they'll be like, oh, this guy's saying some stuff, man. And that's why, once again, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, man. I don't anyone on social media, man, do not get discouraged when you're doing your platforms at all. Say what you got to say, and that's it. Especially if you're teaching people about life, relationship, what you're suffering. Your personal experience. Say it. Don't hold back, man. Like me, I'm my own best friend. In this world, all you need is you. Be selfish 1,000. Anyone that vibes with you, they'll be around you. And that's where you keep the positive people. Push on Narcs Energy Vampire 1,000, which I had to do a video, a TikTok, which I had to do a TikTok about that and add it to, tag him in it. Cause which is cool. Yeah, he or she, they call me out on it, which is cool. I love that. I love to debate 1,000. I don't get enough in it at all. And I need you to come at me. That's why I tell people, that I've seen the social media platforms. A lot of people say I want you to, but no, I need you to come at me. Make your comments, call me stupid, and I just tell you, if I'm stupid, cool, that's awesome, that's your opinion, most definitely. Can hurt my feelings, but can you please elaborate why I'm stupid? That's what I need to know. But I'm always gonna ask you a question with a question, because I'm always picking at you. Not in a negative and a positive way on my ends, but once again, if you let petty words bother you, then that's your issue, not my issue. But I'll tell it to you, like, why are you letting these words get into you? You know what I mean? So that's why the person asked me, like, you said in another post that, like, don't push people away. But now you're saying on this one, you're saying that I think I put the comments like, you gotta push. The reason why we're suffering this world because all you have is M's and Narcs. So you gotta figure out which one you are, and from there, it's just push all energy vampires away. So can you elaborate on that? Which I commented on there, but I told him, but at the same time, I'm gonna put a TikTok response to that. That's what I love, because as long as they don't block you, you can tag him in it, right? And the reason why I say Narcs, so on TikTok, they will call Narcs energy vampires, which, yes, they are energy vampires, but definitely, like I was in the beginning. But now I switched it up, because once again, when you're woke, you're always picking up the Matrix. Always picking the Matrix, because you're trying to tear it down. And me personally, I'm just trying to simplify it. A lot of people in their healing process, in the awakening process, they actually make it too colorful, way too colorful. But it's cool. That's the way you function, and that's the way you believe that you can help other M's figure out what's going on in this world, that was going on with themselves. The more power to you, most definitely. My side, I like to use the word dumb it down, because I've heard that time, like, nah, because then, but if you want to use it, if you were dumb, I was dumb too. Well, I'm saying what I'm saying. I like to use, I love to use the word simplify. I simplify it for you best as. That's why it sounds so simple. That's why, once again, a lot of people, which are typically traditional herd loss stamps, going through the healing awakening process, And then you have your, you know, psychiatrists, counselors, therapists, life coaches. They'd be like, oh, just that's all there is. They get offended. I'd be like, I'm not trying to offend nobody, man. You know, hey, Avila, how you doing? You can vibe if you want to vibe, not vibe. You know, keep pushing. That's what I mean. I tell people, you know, especially if we're having a TikTok, right? I'm on your TikTok, or I comment on your TikTok, and then you and I, you know, the TikTok, etc., are going back and forth in the messages, like, you know, 5, 10, 20, 30 deep. I just thought, hey, you know, we're talking over here, like, why don't you do a live? And, you know, I've had so many cancer therapists, psychiatrists, like, you know, not, they remove the comments, so obviously the feed goes away, the thread goes away, or they block me. Like, I just smile, like, oh, I did my job, I triggered somebody. Remember, in this world, I'm everybody's imps and narcs. I'm the whole world's trigger, because I'm just talking to you, elaborating, but I'm not trying to tell you in a bad way. I'm just trying to help you elaborate to what you are as an individual. Why are you struggling? Why are you going through feelings? Remember, your head is your best friend and your worst enemy, man. And typically, for the most part, a lot of us deal with ourselves in a negative type of way. And that's where we struggle. We can wear the mask of smiles, but how long are you going to wear it for? That's the question. I wore that for 30 years of my life. I worked on my head, my mansion, from NF. Took his analogy, made it my way. I dealt with every door of pain from my childhood to last year, and I'm blessed. I went through my healing process, awakening process, and now I'm woke, 1,000. That's why I say 1,000. If you vibe me, and I know you personally, etc., you know, I'll give you 1,000, vice versa, all good stuff. I need you to wake up, become woke, 1,000, and be a Neo like I'm a Neo. It's not a competition, but I need you to be my level. So guess what? Then you wake up and you be like, yo, this is what you feel like. Yeah, it's beautiful, huh? Just the lovers. We're healers and lovers, and that's it. Time is irrelevant. No more overthinking. Now when you sleep, you die. No more dreams. When you go power naps, potentially you might have some dreams with power naps. But when you go to sleep, nope. So why do you think about when you go to sleep? You have restless nights. You wake up all exhausted as hell. Because while you were sleeping, you wasn't sleeping. You were still overthinking. And the only thing when you're dreaming, you have multiple dreams. Because you have a lot of switches going on. That's why. So I'll give it 2 seconds, guys. I gotta see what's going on. Sorry, we have my dogs. Someone's here. But anyways, but I tell you that's why I'm just trying to help you guys, help the world, man. That's my mission. So I tell you, I was doing my computer world, and it was going smoothly. And then before TikTok, on Facebook wise, you know, I was talking to one of my amps to help me get through it when I was going through it. And I love her for, you know, being on my side, help me out in that, because that's one of the squads. That's why I have all this. That's why I have, you know, 10 amps, light workers, because of them. And she informed me, like, yo, you know, by you calling out the raza, especially the Spanish culture, all of it, you know, right here we're at 90%. And Eastern Mancha is like Hispanics and whites, you know, Caucasian, etc. And you have your Mexicans, Chicanos. And with that said, and where I'm from, Cincinnati, etc., many, you know, raza, etc., Mexicans and Chicanos and other races, other nationalities also. But with that said, by doing this, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Thank you, Margo.
Okay, thank you. With that said, by doing what you're about to do on Facebook or live and start doing your lives about it, you know you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot, right? You're gonna lose majority clientele. Your little dream that you was building to be the main computer guy. What you're doing good. Look at. You have computer shops, you're having like computer shops, everyone's coming to you. Like, why are you gonna do that? You know, I go, nah, well, I'm on a mission, man. Like, I died, I already figured this stuff out for the most part, and I'm gonna keep elaborating. I'm gonna keep looking at the matrix. I'm like, nothing's gonna stop me from what I'm saying. I tell people, to my last dying best, to a narc puts one in my head, or to visualize a narcissist straight puts one in my head, then I'll keep saying what I'm saying. I already figured it out. I simplify it which way. That's why me in Seattle, the market, yo, we should really talk. I love talking to they're the west side, the best side, because they're very open-minded. I'm a socialist because of them. I'm more extrovert versus introvert. A lot of people are introverts. So that's why I talk to like so many customers, and they're like therapists, counselors, psychiatrists. My world, I'm like, hell yeah. So that's why I tell them, like, when we talking, like for example, I told them I had my DV case, right? Hey, American Redneck, how's it going? When I had my DV case in 08, 09, right? Remember, everything happens for a reason in life, right? And I was telling them, it was a couple, actually, because they're both therapists, actually. And I was telling them, about the whole DV case, etc. And my intake counselor took me in, and then they're talking about, how my ex was, etc. Elaborate about her. And then about my childhood with my father, my parents, etc. And I broke it down, etc. And they dropped it on me, right? They're like, yo. They dropped it on me, they're like, yo, I'm going to tell you something. What up, Sheila, again? I'm going to tell you something, but don't say nothing. I'll do better with slowing down with my speaking, way better than before, because when I was going through it for many years, my overthinking, I spoke hella way faster than I speak now, 1,000. So like they told me, I'm gonna tell you something, but don't say nothing. And then after I tell you what I'm gonna tell you, then take it in, and then we'll elaborate and go for it. And then she was like, the way your ex was, right, and the way your father is, all in your life, what you try to do. You try to please your father, you try to please your ex, whatever you can give them the world, they won't ever be happy. And you keep doing that, right? You keep doing all you can, do whatever, bust your butt, all good, 2-3 jobs, get all the money, and they're never happy, never satisfied, right? So basically, you've been dating your father all these years with her not knowing. Yes, she's female. Don't take it offensive like you want to be your father. No, you've been dating your father. You've been with your father, relationship with your father. Because no matter what you do for him, then was never suffice. With her, never suffice, right? And I was like, obviously, curveball, right? And I was quiet. As my mind stopped, the whole thing stopped, because I was like, my mind was blown, like, oh shit, that does make sense. That does make sense. And that's what both of them as a couple, they were just like smiled. And they, they said like, oh yeah, they're like, before you said that, I already know. I go, yeah, see, but the reason why you're saying that is because why? You go to college, right? And they teach you this. This is the broken record. This is generational cycle. All this shit. It's broken, but I go, but here's the kicker. They're like, what's that? You tell, I'm not saying you do, but potentially you do. But, I go, no, go ahead. Because they're open-minded, right? I was like, so, this is what I said. You can't sit therapist, psychiatrist. But let's go more on the counselor side, the therapist side. Y'all tell your clients that, you take that, drop that comment, or you blame your mom, your dad, whatever, to the child trauma, all the good shit. But why don't you tell us at the same time, okay, do you know what a narcissist empathist is, an empath? Why don't you tell us, like, yeah, they didn't say nothing, I was like, this is really what I'm trying to do, trying to achieve. It's like, yo, I'll teach you about everything. Yes, and then, I've talked to some counselors and therapists at Seattle, even out here on TikTok, and they come at me, which I love it. They be like, well, who gives you the right to say whatever you're saying or try to help anybody? Are you certified? Like, nah, I'm not certified. But with that said, I'm not a certified person, but you're certified, you have credentials, and you're a therapist, counselor, psychiatrist. Hey, Princess Jay, sorry, Jay, how you doing? How's it going? How's your weekend starting so far? And good evening. Welcome from, this is at my side, good afternoon. Oh, yeah, afternoon. Yo, Yakima, Washington, Eastern Washington State. How's your weekend started so far? But, like, tell me, like, I don't have no credentials, but I have experience as far as personal experience, so that's why I tell them how to elaborate. So in Seattle, the markets, these therapists and counselors, they'll vibe with me. They'll talk, and they'll be like, quite a bit. Like, oh, yeah, I died hard. How am I? Oh, blessed, thank you. How are you? How's life? How's your health? How's the family? But, no, yeah, very, very blessed every which way. So that's why me personally, I love to elaborate with everybody, because it's all about vibing, showing each other love every which way. Sorry guys, 2 seconds. How's everything with you, man? But yeah, so I tell you, me personally, like, which I'll do a tell more about. I've said it multiple times, but I don't understand why people are like scared of I love to use the word debate because I've always debated all my life. But I use debate now. People heard the word debate and they think like war. Like, nah, I'm just being open-minded. And that's why open-minded people with open-minded people, we vibe. Open-minded people with narrow-minded people, we clash. I don't. Like, but but you see when you trigger them. Remember, anything that bothers you, they will trigger you. What's up, hermano? What's going on? How you doing, King? How's your day? How's your weekend started? But I tell you, but I'm not, I tell you, I love to debate. I love to do, like, people, let's do a live, let's chop it up, let's elaborate. All we're doing is sharing each other's notes, and that's it. Hey, brother, I was nice learning from you. Oh, likewise. No, I gotta do some TikTok responses to you and the rest of the squad. I gotta do a lot of homework, do a bunch of stitches, bitter responses than people on TikToks. You know, on my comments that I make on other people's TikToks ways, they want me to elaborate more. So I was like, yeah, I'll tag you in. Most definitely. Like, this is easy. I'm not saying really, guys. Like, I know, you know, like tell you all the things is the reason why life, relationships, and why we suffered. M's and arcs, you know, and no one deserves it. Obviously not. But if you have no guidance in life, our parents teach us, the grandparents teach about life to a certain extent, but it's the traditional sayings, traditional ways of the generational cycle. But what's really happening in this world, that's M's and arcs, empathists, narcissists. Narcissists are here to destroy us, and they're good. They're decent what they do, man. Yo, give them the props. I do. A lot of people, a lot of M's get offended when I say that. Because they'll be like, yo, I deserve to get cheated on, get beat up, almost killed. No, you don't deserve it. No, did I say that? No, I said they, you know, give them the props. They're beasts. But now that you know what they are, what you function, etc., now the idea is not to ever mess with them. But you have to learn about it. You have to, you know, be able to read people in 5-10 minutes. Are they being authentic in themselves, or are they just throw on a show? Because remember, for the most part, I can smile on your face, but in my mind, because remember, our lives are what premeditated, our choices, I can stab you in your back. You don't even know what's about to happen. And that's what you have to know how to read people. If you don't, you can potentially fall in your face many, many times. I've done that. Been a nice guy, help all my quote-unquote friends that I grew up with. Where they at? Hey, Sierra, how you doing, miss? How's it going weekend? Where my people's at that I grew up with? Not around. I hear about them, no respect to them, but it's whatever. Like, everybody can make time for anybody in this world. Anybody can. You got a phone, right? If you don't have a phone, you have other people's phones, computer, etc. So we can all make time for anybody in this world if we choose to. If we choose to. If not, then what? Then, you know, that's their choice. That's why when people have excuses, oh, nah, I was having angry here. SOS, stuck and stupid. 1 + 1 = 3. Wrong answer, right? It's easier to lie, have excuses in life, point finger at everybody in the mother, but yourself. Excuses, all analogies for excuses. And being honest is hard, right? Telling the truth is hard, right? That's the shit. You can, as an empath, you can live better with yourself if you tell the truth best as, most definitely 1,000. If not, you're always going to be going through it. Then what? That's the shit you deal with yourself. Because your head, once again, your head and your mind is your best friend and your worst enemy. 1,000. Sorry, you can't hear me because my sister's calling me. Sorry, you guys couldn't hear me because my sister was trying to call me, so anyone tries to call me when I'm on live, the audio cuts out, so that's why I stay quiet. Oh, brother, my day's good. I'm very blessed. Like, no bragging rights when I say this, man. I sleep with 1,000, wake up with 1,000 with no worries in the world. As a 2020 M being woke, I'm just a lover and a healer, and that's it. Times are relevant. Once again, sleep with 1,000, wake up with 1,000, no worries in the world. When I go to sleep, I die. I don't dream no more. The only time I dream is when I go to, like, power naps. I have slight dreams here and there. But when I sleep, no more dreams. The reason why you have a lot of dreams when you're sleeping is because you're overthinking. That's when you wake up restless nights and you're exhausted. Your body went to sleep, but not your mind. It was still going. I wish I could reach there, brother. You will. I promise you this. I'll hold your hand, got you every which way. I've been seeing your TikToks, I've been watching. I need to do more responses. But with guidance, man, I got you. It's what you're going through is like, yo, as far as you comment, we say you're messing up, you're failing. You're not failing, man. You think you are, but I promise you're not. As long as you keep it humble, stay positive, and keep it current events, best as, then you're good. As far as your ex-wife, it does hurt 1,000. No one deserves that. No, in our heads, like, we see him, like you said, she's moved on like nothing, right? A narcissist will do that 1,000. That's her job. But the way you describe potential, she's not a narcissist. She's a hurt empath. Remember, traditional empath is a person that's traditional ways. You have a V card, your virgin card. You still have it. You're a traditional empath. So you're going by traditional ways. When you lose your V card, right? The idea is to amp. But even then, if it's a hurt one, they're gonna destroy you like a narcissist 1,000. And that's why after your first relationship, you get through the first breakup, and then you get to a second relationship. And if you're an empath, now you're considered a hurt empath. If you do not fall back with the first breakup, heal, go through your awakening, and become woke, at least awakening to understand Amsterdam Narcs, what I'm talking about, what the whole world and TikTok's talking about, then you don't know what you're doing. You just, okay, cool, I sucked, I shed my tears, I'm moving on, and whatever. I waited 6 months or a year to get another relationship because your walls are up. You got cheated on, that you broke up, it was toxic as hell, and your walls are up. Now you're quote unquote ready for another relationship. Someone's pursuing you, and you get into it, right? The idea is to do good, quote unquote, but if you don't, when you find your face and then it's toxicity, then what? You're like, man, again? I'm gonna be another fucking toxic relationship again? Why do I keep choosing the wrong people? Why do I keep dating the wrong people? Why do I keep having kids with the wrong people? Why? Our favorite question in the world, you know? I'm still helping her with her dog surgery. So check it out. Which is, right now, most definitely you can do that. Hey, Kille, how you doing? How's it going? You can do that. I did that. My ex, right now, we keep, my ex and I co-parenting best as humble and rich way, right? So with that said, I did the same thing. Like, I was working on her car that I bought her. And she still, before she made it official with her man now, except when all the talking about happened, I was working on her car, giving her, helping her out. I didn't have to, but we do it because at the beginning we still had love for them, right? But that's why I tell people, we believe we love them, but in reality, it's actually toxic love. You have love for them, but you don't love them. But right now, you don't know how to tear that apart yet to discriminate the difference yet. But in time, you shall, as you heal and you elaborate more. I promise you this. You will say, like, I have love for her, but I don't love her. And it's not you don't love her in a bad way. No, you just have love for her. Like, cool, we had her history. I learned from it. If I see her, hey, what's up? How you doing? How's it going? Like, me, everyone telling me, how can you say hi to her? Your ex comes to your house and walks like nothing. No, because I'm over it. I died. Cool. I had to die. I'm blessed. I love her for leaving me. A lot of people that are going through breakups can't say that. On TikTok, I'm awake. I'm woke. And I'll be, oh, you said you're woke. I'm Leo. I'm the referee. I call all M's out in the world. Every M's in Narc. Hey, what up, Starcos? How you doing? How's it going? How's your weekend? How you feeling? How's your health? But, like I tell people, I'm the referee, so when they say I'm woke, I'll be okay. So if you say you're quote unquote woke, can you see your ex, the current ex, it'll speak no matter if today, tomorrow, a year, 2 years ago, face to face, ear to ear. I love you for leaving me, with no emotions, no replays, no flashbacks of the past. I'm like, I can't do that. No respect to my type, but you're not woke. You're in your awakening. Working, but if you cannot say that, the reason why, because in your head. You're matching that door, your ex owns that door. They own it. They've been for quite a while, but it's on you to let them go. Not on them. They moved on, they can do whatever they want. I know for sure 1,000 is easier said than done. No one deserves it, obviously not. Because what are we doing? We're questioning their self-worth? Like, how can they move on so easily? I'm fucking dying here. And the worst part about the situation is when you see each other, what's it called? When you see each other, what's it called? It's like the movie Hancock. You see each other, you don't want, my situation, imagine your situation, when they leave, that shit hurts, right? You fucking die. Like me, I'll be bawling like a bitch. I don't give a fuck if anybody was around. I'll bawl like a bitch. And what? I did. That shit hurts bad. No one deserves that shit. Especially when I know what she's doing before her and man became official. I decided to push her away my side. I know she's leaving to him. And that's when I die. Be bawling like crazy. But I have to see, I'm not doing this, in nobody's face. I had to go back to a squad of 8 kids. I was paying mom and dad for almost 8 months. And it shit hurts, but and when kids are involved, you do not fold. Because your kids, it's not the kids' fault. It's not your kids' fault. Y'all failed. It's your guys' fault. You have to figure out why you failed. She told me I'm everything great, but still don't want to be with me. I wanted to express myself to her, how much she broke me. Well, it's like this. If she can talk to you, if you both can talk about it open-mindedly wise, go for it, most definitely. If she's open-minded to talk about it, in Spanish, dale, go for it, But with that said, if she's not ready to, don't force it upon her. Like, everyone has their own way to deal with the healing process. Some are like fast, some we die hard. Some, like for the most part, real shit talk. For the most part, females are stronger than males when it comes to emotions. We bottle shit up for the most part, but when we get cheated on or they break up with us and we're going through it, it hit us hard. And we die pretty hard. For the most part, women can shed their tears and they'll get through it faster than we can. But for sure, everybody to each their own. Like my ex, like which I'm gonna get on there. I can't really say if she's a narcissist. I mean, if you meant to say I can't, I understand typo, but still, here's it out. The breakdown of a narcissist. I'll help you out really fast. A narcissist they're the best. How can you tell? Okay, I got you. I love this talk. That's what I have. That's what I have it on me. Squares, impetus. Love. That's what I have it here. Love, full heart, circle narcissist. I gotta touch my ink up. It's fading away. Circles, like broken heart. So a narcissist, male, female. But I'm gonna break it down fast. Majority of the time in this world, males are the narcissist. That's what the machos, the badasses, where the alphas, all that corny ass bullshit. Then you have to be the females are the empathists, right? They're more softer. That's where they show you more love, etc. All that great jazz. So with that said, to tell they're a narcissist, you gotta observe them, right? In their heads, on all narcissists, you have your coverts and you have your I hear there'll be like psychopath, sociopath. No, they're all narcissists. Anyone that's evil and destroy, no matter if the coverts are nice. Coverts is like you and I. I would trick you that I'm a empath, but in reality I'm a narcissist. That's why the covert is a nicer version of all the narcissists. When I was with her and I have issues, I felt like I was on eggshells. Oh, if she was hot-headed, so with that said, if she's hot-headed, that's the reason why you walk on eggshells, because you were nervous or scared, whatever word you want to use for yourself, to mention anything. Let's say you had an argument about, I don't know, let's say, I'm put my situation, like, oh, fuck, I don't know, but I can't even say, whatever the situation is, because whatever scenario you want to use, but if you have to feel like that with your partner, then I'm sorry to tell you, the relationship's over. Because why? If you cannot elaborate, like, yo, shut up, you and I talk behind the screen, right? If I have to talk to you and be worried about what I'm saying to you, that's why I'll reword it, but I won't switch up, I'm not going to give up what I'm trying to tell you. But if I can't talk to you, my partner, quote unquote, freely, be myself 1,000, then the relationship's over. If you have to regulate and say what you got to say to your partner, then your shit's over. Simple as that. If you have to be your partner's PO, let me see your phone. You worry about this shit, this phone, this shit, your relationship's over. Real shit, real talk. Then why are you there for? She tell me that I get mad when she be nice around other people. Okay, is it awesome? Is that true? Hey, Munga, how's it going? How you doing? How's your weekend starting so far? Is that true? Because by that comment, that lets me know, not really wise, but that's like shows a sign of jealousy. If you're a jealous person, then that's why the person will make that comment. Because, they think that, and jealousy is triggered by what? Your past relationships. Not really? Well, see, so me as an individual, my jealousy is nothing. Like, real shit will talk. I've heard, people like, how do you let you grow up? For example, in the Spanish culture, for the most part, the male is the machista. That's what I have it on here. Machista, the alpha, the narcissist, etc. All that good shit. We're supposed to be controlling the women, quote unquote, right? And the female is supposed to bow down and, not dress conservative and all that shit. Me as an individual, I don't care how my ex is dressed at all. They cleavage, they do, I didn't care. Everyone's like, well, if you let her dress like that, she goes in the streets, if someone hits her up, and then if they hit her up, that's not my problem, that's her problem. If she passes boundaries, it's bound to happen, right? With him or with 1,000 guys, it does not matter. You can't control nobody. If they're gonna cheat, they're gonna cheat 1,000. Be it I don't give a shit, or be sneaky on the phone, social media third party, the J-Dogs are talking about, I feel like at home she give me not enough energy, but she show more energy when we go out. But I don't control her or anything. I let her wear whatever she wants. But so check it out. So remember, in a relationship, with your family, etc. Whomever you live with, the idea, that quote unquote the idea, is that's your safe house, your happy home. 1,000. If you cannot go home and be happy with your partner, your family, if you live with buddies and shit, what are you gonna do to fix the situation? Real shit, real talk. What are you gonna do? Especially in a relationship. What are we doing in a relationship when your partner's toxic or you're both clashing heads? You'll stay in the streets, chill with your people, with your family, etc. before you go home. Because what do you want to do? You don't want to deal with your partner, right? I forget that shit majority of my life. But me personally, like I've always been a strong person. A lot of us, everybody has their own strengths, but I've always been strong. So for example, on here they'd be like, if your ex doesn't want to talk about the past, that's called gaslighting, and that's called narcissist. I'm like, yeah, I love that. They're speaking from a book that was taught from college, all good shit, right? Psychiatrists, therapists, counselors. But in reality, you're not a narcissist. You just want to talk about this. You're not trying to have the same broken record conversation. That's all it is. And I feel like she was guarded up more than me. Every month, she would tell me 3 weeks that she's good. Well, here's the kicker. in that situation like that, if she's guarded up, because that means her walls are up. How many relationships with you prior? That's the question. Remember, every time you get, let's say for example, numbers. Let's say you was in 3 relationships and she was in 5. Right? So she's been 2 more than you. Every time you go to a relationship, I call it body hopping, not rudely, but that's what it is. You cannot fix yourself with the body by your side. So every time you have a toxic relationship, what do? You bring in toxic traits and you bring more trauma. In your head, your mansion, that door, those 5 boyfriends, the 5 girlfriends, each individual owns that door, owns that room. If you have not let go of that person 1,000, then that's the reason why you bring that trauma over, because it's called trauma, to the next relationship. In the beginning it's good, and it falls apart. Why? Because you didn't work in the past. That's why. She says most of her relationships, they abuse her, body shame her. Trauma, baby boy. Brother King, I got you, man. Remember, to make it, to simplify it as best as possible, if you have not let go of your ex, and this is like you current events as you speak, and anyone watching this, if you not let go of your ex / exes, but the first is your ex, your first ex when you speak, 1,000, which is the first, hardest, most painful step in the world, because how are you supposed to let go of your ex? You have memories, you can't get time back. The love you gave for them, right? Ah, shoot. Oh man, sorry guys. But anyways, that's my sister trying to call me again. I gotta call her in a minute. But anyways, if you haven't learned how to let go of your ex, I lost my train of thought. But anyways, your ex, first hardest, most painful step in the world, then that's when you'll be struggling for a while. And after you do your ex first, like what I did, I let go of my ex first. That's why I have that's my ex's name. I let it go in 88 days, because why am I 10 light workers? I got blessed. 10 people reached out to me, 4 locally that I knew, some were customers, and then 3 through IG, 3 through Facebook. And they guided me, they held my hand, like I'm talking to you. All the healing, the letting go process, that's their notes. They can't go publicly wise because they're introverts. You know, they keep it inside, I help people, I got you, but I can't go on social media. I'm an extrovert, I can tell the whole world it's easy to do. That's me as an individual. So with that said, you know, and then after you let go of your ex, you have to work on your past pain. Toxic love. Toxic love is your childhood, your parents, etc., all the good stuff. Your teacher said you didn't do shit. You're garbage. Other bullies, right? And that's your traumas. And the cherry top, your childhood traumas. If you haven't let go of any of that 1,000 and worked on your mansion, the doors of pain, that's the reason why she is the way she is. Her walls are up. She's guarded. She's worried about if you're gonna make fun of her body, if you're gonna, get up and leave, if you're gonna mistreat her, if you're gonna be abusive. Because she used to, remember, especially when you have, for sure, verbally abusive is bad, but on the physical part, if they're used to having physical relationships, and obviously they didn't choose that, they got sold a dream, then that's massive trauma because they're worried that you might do it. And that shit sucks, man. But me, like, for example, I mean, an abusive relationship, right? And you play fight and bullshit, and with her, she could have flashbacks, and she could potentially, bottle up, and potentially start crying. I've dealt with that before with my first baby mom. She's a narcissist, but narcissists still deal with themselves. They still have the traumas. And we were playing fight, just BSing around, and she had flashbacks, and freaking started crying, and she was telling me why she was crying. And I was like, yeah, that's called trauma and childhood trauma, I tried to tell her it's not true, don't let nobody shame her. But because I tried to give her a safe place, she ended up leaving right away. I imagine you man leaving. Yeah. And that's what happens, and it sucks. Hurt people. Perfect example right there. Because think about it. If she used to talk to a relationship, right? I meditated about this actually. If a person used to talk to a relationship, they're getting used and abused, cheated on, mistreated, all that negative bullshit, right? And it's the first relationship, second relationship, it's all toxicity, all negative bullshit. And you're the nice guy, you're the good end, right? And you're just trying to show her love, correct? So she used to negative bullshit, and you're positive. If she did not take time to fall back and heal, at least go through her awakening process, so she's gonna have to love herself. That's why she did what she did, because they get scared. They believe in their head, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve to be treated good. Because she's not used to positive, she's used to negative, and that's just they'll get up and leave. hey, spiritual, how you doing? Go, don't get up and leave. I've done some of my friends and my family members and me. I'm a blunt person, right? 1,000. But I do it to stab in your heart to get your attention. When you're at me, I'm doing my side. Communication, comprehension on my side. I already know all this. Your side behind the screen, anyone who watches this, your side we're doing communicating because you're hearing me. That's communication. When you're ready to comprehend what I'm trying to tell you, that's on you. But as long as you heard it from my mouth, you watch my TikTok, and back of your head, it's there. When you're ready to comprehend, then you'll get it, right? So like my people, for example, that scenario, like all my homegirls, all my cousins, female cousins, they would be like, okay, you know, they're bitching about the toxic relationship, right? They got their ass whooped, the guys get cheated on, all this bullshit, pair bullshit, right? And they finally get a good guy. They tell me I'm happy, I'm good, I feel good. Obviously, we're happy for them, because, right, finally they get it, cool. They got a good person, got a good guy, got a good girl by the side. Awesome. And then you talk to them, like, I don't know, a month, 2 months later, right? And they be like, hey, so how you and your boy doing? How your girlfriend doing? We broke up. And I'd be like, but you were doing good. What do you say? You bragging about him? Like, and what happened? Did they cheat on you? Or did they get up? No, they were just like, for example, let's say the males from the streets. That's used to that, you know, going clubs and partying bullshit and parties, all that corny negative bullshit, right? And they used to get mistreated, all that. So they'll get up to what they know, toxicity, and that's what they told me. Like, oh no, well, they're just too nice. They were boring. So I just broke. And I'd be like, and I let them finish. So yeah, I broke it off. And I should be okay. I'm gonna tell you something. Let me speak. Don't say nothing. Let me speak real fast. So basically, before yo, I know you personally. You was telling me you were bitching about the cheat on you, they beat you, mistreat you, drugs, all that bullshit, corny shit. You guys go out together, the chat, other girls, all that negative shit you see in the fucking damn movies. And you finally got a good person by your side that actually wants to love you, take care of you, cherish you 1,000. But then I said 100. And you folded and you stopped. You killed that relationship because it was boring. I go, cool, I'm gonna stab you in the heart. And I don't care if you get offended, I'm gonna stab you in the heart. Go back to what you know. Go get your ass beat. Go get cheated on. Go get mistreated. They're all cheating on girls. Whatever in front of your face. Go back to what you know. That's cool, that's your shit, not my shit. But don't ever come back to me face to face about this. Because that person right there, that good guy, that good girl, yo, you destroyed them. I promise you that you did. And now what are they gonna do? They're gonna pray that they freaking heal. If not, hurt people. That person's hurt. Their walls are up now. Before you, they was good, blessed, and they believed in you. That's why I tell people, are you traditional last stamps? You gotta be very cautious. She did, brother. I feel worthless. Yeah, that's the shit, man. Hurt people, man. Very, very unfair, right? Fucking very. For example, my Action 9. Like, I'm verbally abusive. Like, I'm way better now, but I notice when I say I can kill anybody in the world with words. In this world, why do you get physical with anybody? Why do you get verbal? Why do you get in an argument with anybody in this world? Because of petty little fucking words. If you let these words from any individual in the world, I don't give a shit, narcissist or empath, touch your mind, body, heart, and soul cell of 1,000, that's why you're always gonna be in your feelings. That's why you're always gonna get offended. And that's why AK triggers. Remember, if any word triggers you and you snap, you gotta think about it right away. Why did I was doing good, you and I were talking, I said, for example, a scenario, I said the sun. It's just the sun to me, that's all it is. But for you, it's a trigger because the sun, maybe one of your exes used, and that hurt you. And then you get offended with me. And then so you start raising your voice, and I'm like, yo, kick back. All I said was the sun. And what's that for you? That's called trauma, a trigger. Now I'm gonna tell you, okay, I triggered you, right? Not me, I just saying the sun. Now you figure out why. And that's trauma and trigger you need to work on. Because if not, you're gonna keep pushing people away. Not purposely, because you're dealing with yourself. Your head, your mansion doors are painted wide open. That's what my ex and that's what I tell her, yo, love you for leaving me. Both of us were toxic. As I told her, I fought back and worked on myself. I could have jumped in a relationship. I had hella DMs, but that's like, no, I'm not doing that shit. You cannot affect yourself with the body by your side. You can try. So I told her, I'm gonna be disrespectful to you, but I'm telling a story. You have the right to get offended to a certain extent, but I'm just trying to help the world, I'm scared. How can I deal with her, brother? Real shit with talk. I tell you, got my number. I'm sorry I'll be working, but I'll be working. You can always text me, but I tell you, the whole squad, all the family, you need to have a support team, first and foremost. People you can call, DM, video, chat, text, etc. Because when you go through your feelings, like, you know, you're scared, you're down, you know, your emotional breakdown and shit, you can reach out to them. We're basically your therapist, not knowing, and this is your free therapy. We're talking to vibing, right? To elaborate about the situation. As far as dealing with her, you just, you know, baby steps most definitely, but you just keep it humble with her, man. If you see her, hey, what's up? How you doing? If a hug is, remember, when you do a hug, that's gonna be a lot to use and remember because you don't want to let her go. So try to avoid that. It's hard. Like that's I had to do that. I have my mom, but she's sick with cancer. Oh yeah, pray for your mother. Well, you know, on social media, man, you tell you you're doing your TikToks. You know that you're going through your emotions. All your TikToks. I was in your shoes. Today's 60 months ago. I was exactly in your shoes, saying the same shit you're saying. Why do you think we vibe? Why do you have similar stories? That's what they say. Like, yo, how you in my head? How can you say all this? All this whole relationship, what you went through so easy, and you laugh about it? Because I go through my healing process, awakening, and I'm woke. A lot of people in the awakening, but when you go through awakening, you laugh about it because you elaborate more. And that's why I tell all our squad, yo, here's my motto, which I'm gonna get somewhere in my body. So I'm trying to figure it out. So you know, when they tell me, yo, how you in my head? Here's my motto: your pain is my pain. I died like you died. I was in your shoes. That shit hurts. You know? But see, since I'm woke, not really, when I'm, as a woke individual, as a 2020 amp, I don't get emotional about it. No respect. If I was traditional hurt lost, when I talk about that, I will get emotional. Because why? I put myself in your shoes, and I know the exact same feeling. And it's very, very unfair, most definitely. But that's why, you know, you just gotta keep working on yourself. The reason why it hurts so bad, brother, King 2000, is because since we overlove them, we lost love for ourselves. And when we're crying for them, we're crying for ourselves. That's why. I did a TikTok video to deal with the pain in my head and also want to help others. Yeah, because you know why? You're talking to yourself. Therapy, free therapy, and that's beautiful. Don't stop. Don't stop at all. Yeah, because you speak, once again, you know, I'm doing this, why? To vibe everybody. Oh, hey, Uti's here? Hey, Uti. Oh, Ruti, what up, Ruti? If you're hearing, what up, miss? How you doing? What's up, Queen? ¿Cómo estás? Welcome to the live. But, cause I can tell here right now, just with one person, but the servers are all wrong, but I'll keep going anyways. But, whatchamacallit, this is your free therapy, man. Real shit with talk. I have to tell everybody, yo, this is your TikTok. You talking about life, relations, whatever. Don't stop. Don't fall back. This is your free therapy, man. Get to chop it up with real, authentic people in this world. Teen Squares, Team Amps, that's I have it here. Social media familia. This is all my hashtags. Because I'm telling a story for all of us. I can see it easily because I'm woke. It's not a competition. I tell her, yo, I need you. I don't want you. I need you to be on my level. Being the only Neil that I know so far that's woke, they can say it easily with no feeling behind it. It's lonely. I mean, but it's not lonely in a bad way. Like, yo, I tell her, I can't be the only person in the world saying what I'm saying easily with nothing behind it. That's woke. Nah. But I get there one day. No, my brother, I promise you will. Don't stop. 1,000. Don't stop, man. Keep doing your TikToks. Get your free therapy because you're talking to yourself. Remember, anything you say about a relationship life is talking to yourself. Any of the emotions, you're talking to yourself. And that's beautiful. You're expressing yourself. That's your free therapy, man. Everybody has their way of spreading the word, etc. Dealing with the pain. But just don't fold. Like, you know, like your ex-wives. Even though she does not show emotion that I'm sorry, I'm tired. She's not showing emotion like, you know, like she moved on easily. I promise you this. The way she talks, she's a hurt empath. Like, you're a hurt empath. But since you try to show her bad love, because once again, you're over loving her because you want to make her feel safe, right? And she got scared and she fell back and she hurt you bad. Now you're in her shoes. Like, but minus the physical part. But I don't know how your childhood is because everything is more different on that note. But as far as the situation now, I promise this, she's hurting. Well, I think when she sees, you know, she'll talk to you, etc., show you love, but she's hurting, and she's questioning herself like, man, I had a good guy, I'm good, and I pushed him away. Damn, why keep doing it? Why did I get scared? And then here's the kicker. I'm not saying this really, but you know, observe her, watch her definitely. If you see her, if you hear about, let's say she gets to believe a year from now, but you hear that, for example, you hear that she's in a relationship, but it's toxic like before. She fell back to what she knows, negativity, toxic bullshit. Because that's what she's trauma bonded to. That type of relationship. She's scared to leave the bubble. She left the bubble to go be with you. She got scared. She fell back in her bubble. That's the shit. I tried to invite her to dinner. If you choose to, most definitely. But remember this: I'm not saying this really at all when I say this to anyone watching this. If y'all broke up for a reason, and no matter what, I don't give a shit. People break up. We left on good note, on good terms. That's cool. Hey, Texas, how you doing? How's your weekend? You left on good terms. Well, definitely, that's awesome. But why did you break up? No matter what, every relationship is toxic. No matter what, even if you left on good terms or bad terms. If it's not toxic, then why'd you break up for? Why aren't they by your side? If you love each other, and that's not love, it's toxic love. Love doesn't stop. Love keeps pushing forward. Why did you break up? That's a question. Oh, like the high schoolers, I'm going to go to college. So you're going to go to college and you're leaving high school, you're leaving your girlfriend because you're going to college. No, because you're looking for the options. The college life, all the females, they said all the good shit, right? Yeah. That's you're looking for this bullshit. The phone, so she met their party. She had it on the time. And this phone, behind this screen, yo, TikTok, 1,000. Couple, no couple, whatever you are on this social media status-wise. How many people have you laid down with? How much lust have you seen on TikTok? 1,000. Lust is everywhere for free. But lust is just a band-aid in life, and that's all it is. Hey, just got home from work myself and picking up my stepson from school and was reading a book while he does homework. Hey, awesome. How's family? How's your health? How's the little ones? It's about the school life. Like me, I tell everybody, I got 8 kiddos, so I tell all my customers, my people, you happy your kids in school? Like, oh yeah, I'm doing co-parenting best as. Yeah, I love you kids. Kiss on the forehead and a little kick in the butt, and I go to school because now it's my time. I get freedom. So now that all my kids are in school, like right now, I'm talking about with you guys, So that's my free time, and I love my kids every which way. And that once again, that's why when kids are involved and you're dealing with relationships, especially co-parenting, best as, and then the idea is not to have multiple baby fathers, baby moms, but it happens for a reason. That's when it gets tricky because when kids are involved in a toxic relationship. The true victims are our kiddos. Every kid in the world wants to see their parents together. Every kid does. The shitty part of the situation is what? The kids don't know what the parents are going through. That's the issue. So that's why I promote the shed at 1,000. Plus my ex-wife at 1,000. We do co-parenting for our 5 boys. 4 by blood. My stepson, number 5. So I have to actually probably get off like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I have to pick up my daughter to go to bring home. So I'll probably come back on live in a minute, potentially, because I have to go on Facebook Live at 6 with one of my buddies, potentially. You're doing great. I hope you're doing well yourself and all the kiddos. No, very blessed. Thank you. 1,000. I love life. Very blessed. Actually, today is 16 months since I died last year. I May 3rd. So I'm very blessed. That's why I keep getting my ink. By the end of the year, next month, the middle of next year, the idea, summertime, I'll be done with all my ink. Because I'm considered in the Spanish culture, Hispanic, Latinos, Spaniards, I'm considered crazy because I call it Spanish race for sure, but all the world out, because all you have in the world is M's and Narcs, and that's why I have this one, to get our attention. So we have alphas, machistas for Hispanic, Latinos, Spaniards, machistas, and you have what? Narcissist, because that's the true definition of an alpha. Because everyone drops, well, I'm an alpha, because I'm a beast. Like, if you're really an alpha 1,000, you're a machista narcissist 1,000. You're here to destroy, use, and abuse, have a lust 1,000, and then play the role of victim. And that's when this arm is going to be the emp arm. I'm going to get beta, mandilones, and then I'm going to get empathist. I got some tattoos touched up for our anniversary. LOL, sorry, I heard tattoos. Hey, that's awesome. Hey, it's all about the ink therapy, right? So I got here, I'm gonna get on my collarbone. My analogy I told my ex last year, which I tell all the people I buy with, when you let go of your ex 1,000, not 100, 500, 1,000. I promise you this. You can tell them face to face, ear to ear. I love you for leaving me. So I'm gonna get that here. I love you for leaving me.
Dad, Luna is touching my shit again. My shoes. I don't care.
Okay, well I'll tell them in a minute.
No, it's the same shit. You should wear my jewelry and my clothes.
Okay.
I freaking pay for it, not you guys.
Do you think she will go back to a toxic relationship? High potential, most definitely. Mine were on my calves. Talk about love for pain. Ew, your calves, miss, you're a beast. I did a TikTok. One of my buddies, Todd. He's doing his calves. He's doing sleeves. I think eventually he'll have like a whole body type of sleeves, but he has all types. But yeah, he's doing his left one right now. And both in one city. Oh man, yeah, you got that high tolerance pain. Me, I'm not. I have zero tolerance. The only thing that helps me, well, like my tattoo, it says ink therapy, right? So like he says, like tattoos hurt, yes. You have sensitive spots, yes. But with that said, the pain you went with your ex last year, right? You died, you said, right? Now I understand your story. Because when he was doing my ink, he's like, "What's all this? Amps, snarks, circles, squares." So obviously, you know, that's why I told my name Bobby. I go, Bobby, why don't you write a book? So, bro, I have books for days. All the stories I hear from all my customers. I go, that's the beauty. You're like a therapist stuff because you're just talking and vibing. You know, because the idea is to get your customers so they don't think about the pain. And at the same time, you're hearing all types of stories, right? You're like, no, yeah. And then, but he's like he told me, like, yo, the pain you went through last year with her, that's way worse than this, right? You died, like you said, you died, you know, you're dead or alive, but you're dead, like, yeah. So me personally, honestly, that I numb it a little bit. I take a shot of Fireball. I don't drink, so one shot, I'm good, I'm buzzed. But yeah, no, ink therapy is the best. But me personally, this is a story. That's the life of relationship I've been suffering for all amps and narcs. So that's why I say I call the whole world 1,000. I'm everybody's trigger because I need to trigger you, not in a rude way, to get your attention. So you can understand what's going on as an individual. A narcissist, you can't ever change, but I'll elaborate to you why you can't change. I am Children Lost Amps, so I'll elaborate to you why you're going through your feelings from day one, as a kid, to today. But as far back to your question, brother King, logically speaking wise, it's very, very high risk. She will go back to toxicity. Because that's all she knows. That's her bubble, her comfort zone, is to be in a relationship where she's getting beat up, misused, mistreated, verbally abused 1,000. And that's the idea, which that's why I tell everybody out here, like, yo, all Amps Squad, be cautious, man. You don't want to get a relationship with a good person, another amp, and they love you, give you the shit you're not used to. That's my girl Night, like, she told me, like, you know, she's used to toxicity, being mistreated, getting hella good shit, you know, the cheating, they're, you know, partying, kicking all that while you watch the kids, like, you're not, and I'm not doing nothing to be above, like, you can be okay with that, like, I'm blessed, thank you, I love myself 1,000. She's like, yeah, cause she, like, she told me, like, she'll tell me here and there, she'll be like, well, if you ever have a feeling, or like, you feel like you're losing feelings for me, and some other female, cause obviously you're on social media, you talk to the whole world, and let's say a younger person comes at you, a younger female comes at you, and you know, just let me know if you're gonna fold. And I was like, nah, I got to think for a reason. If I do that, then why am I in a relationship with you? I told you before I was like, yo, if you don't believe me, go my TikTok, IG icon, go my YouTube channel, watch my Facebook lives. And I've been saying it. This is my last relationship. Number 3, my number is 3. That's it. I told you, you're my 3rd relationship. You're my last relationship. If I magically fail on my side, or you fold on your side, it's the last relationship in my life I'll ever be. Maybe I need to get some more tattoos. Ink therapy, brother. Like, yo, my stories. Like, I'm telling you, like, real shit with the talk. What do I talk about? Amps and narcs, right? Empath narcissist. So I won't say it yet, but pretty soon I'm gonna have it on me. And when everyone's gonna see it, I'm once again, I'm everybody's trigger. And I talk about the mansion, right? I'm gonna take the mansion on me. I didn't talk to her for 21 days, and that's what we do. We log things, right? But I broke it and reached out, and that's okay. Remember, that's your own test. So you did 21 days, right? You spoke to her again. And then, you know, if the idea is to say, you know, just work on yourself. If she reaches out to you, you know, which potentially she will, then just keep it humble. I know it was easy to done. I know the feelings there and it hurts 1,000, most definitely. But once again, I promise you this: it's a blessing in disguise. Just don't see it. You don't need her by your side. And she knows. Let's say she is a hurt empath. The way you talk, she is a hurt empath. She's a good person. She had a good heart and soul. Just not with you. It's over. I'm sorry to tell you, but it's the truth. Like I told her, tell me what that's it. Because logically speaking wise, right? Logically speaking wise, when you go through a breakup, right? Kids or no kids, everyone say, "I'll give it a year or 2. You'll get back together again." Why does everybody say that? Because logically speaking wise, everyone gets back together in a year or 2. They don't give a shit if they move out of a relationship, have family and kids, and that's when they see it happens. What? Because why? The trauma bond. They believe, oh, we're gonna try again. Because you know each other. You might know this person for a year or 2, but I've known you for 7, 8 years. I know you, right? And people fold and go back to exes. No, don't do that shit. Because I told her I was going to help her with the dogs, but she don't even try to reach out. It seemed like I just reached out before she talked. Yeah, no. Bro, that's part of the healing process, man. Once again, everybody has their own way of healing. Her side, remember, when she's used to toxicity, she's used to this stuff, so she's just like, in her head, she's like, you know, if she's not in a relationship with nobody right now, talk to nobody, but everyone's gonna reach out to her, then she's just chilling by herself, you know? That's the idea. And you're just like, yo, like she don't care about me? Like, she does, but she's putting her distance because, once again, like I tell you, she's going through her feelings also. I promise you that. I promise you that. And that's the deal, like, with the support team, I got you 1,000, you in the squad, I tell you, I'm a little guy in this whole world, but I know eventually my name will get out there, my word will get out there. Because I'm just a Jose Hand guy. I can heal you, guide you, support you, uplift you, forewarn you, show you mad love, but I can't fix you. The only person in the world who can fix you is you. Not even God can fix you. You know why? Because He gave us free will. God has always been by our side. Whatever you believe in, whatever high power you believe in, He's always been by our side. That's why the cartoon, the angel of the devil, yeah, he talked to us like, yo, she's hurt, man. Don't talk to her, vibe with her, but don't be with her. The devil jumped in, jump in, do your thing. Take care of her. Like, yo, yeah, we found her face, 1,000. It's still fresh, but I know it's going to pass. But once I pass, I will forget her and I will be better. But I hear once you move on, they come back and try to rekindle it. So you won't. I promise you won't forget her. You forgive, not forget. It's a lesson in life, and just the lesson is what? That she's broken. That she's still dealing with trauma. She hasn't let go of that toxicity wise. And once again, if you hear that she went back to toxicity, a player, getting mistreated, beat up, etc., all that good shit, then she went back to her comfortable bubble. She stepped out of the bubble with you. And she failed because of herself, not because of you, because of herself. She questioned her self-worth. I don't deserve this. I'm not used to this. Like, why does he care about me? I don't deserve to be cared. I don't deserve to have love. That's why I hurt people. Now what are you doing? You gotta pick yourself up when you're down, right? But now you're by yourself. I got you in the whole squad 1,000. And yes, a nurse at 1,000 will come back to what? To see the trauma behind you. You're the main one, quote unquote. Because if you allow them to come back in your life, remember, nurses do it 1,000. That's their job. Give them their beast. Like your ex now, or more like her and Beth. Tradition, her last time to do the same thing. Because that's what we know, you know. We know you, so we're just trying again. So you have to be strong and not fold. That's the deal. But hey, I'm about to get off, guys, okay? I have to pick my daughter. I'll be back like in... Give me a half hour. I'll jump off. I'll be back. Well, yeah, give me a half hour roughly. But I'll be back. Okay, brother? Stay fresh. I get you up, okay? Don't worry. Make me feel like I shouldn't be a good person. Oh, don't do that, man. Don't turn. Because if you do that real fast before you do that, I've done it. What we do the whole face, fuck everybody in the mother. I'm gonna mistreat people like what she did to me. Fuck this thing, I'm gonna do it to everybody else. Don't do that. Hurt people. Let's say you hook up with another female, not today, tomorrow, 6 months from now, and she's like you was good, but you're hurt and broken, and she's not. She's trying to show you love, and then you think the bitterness, and you fall, and you give up on her, and you mistreat her, get up and leave, cheat on her. You're no better than nobody. 2 wrongs don't make it right, man. Day by day in baby steps, okay? Got your brother, but hey, going right back. Give me like half hour, 45 minutes. I'll jump back on later.